As the show mascot Annie rolls around on the floor showing her belly, we would like to thank you all for checking out our Nerdy Bitz. This is Tim the Nerd, and I am joined by the exquisite Professor Aubrey, and we are here for Songs of the Week.
That's right, Songs of the Week. You've been waiting.
Yes, you know how long I've been waiting?
How long?
All week.
Have you?
Yes.
Did you have your song in mind for all week and you were like, I want to talk about it? Gosh.
I sure did, but what I would love to have happen first is you tell our friends at home what your song is first and why you chose it.
All right, I can do that. The name of the song that I chose is There Is Power in a Union. And this is a song by Billy Bragg. It is set to the tune of George Frederick Root's Battle Cry of Freedom. Billy Bragg took that melody and changed the words. There was also another song, an earlier song from 1913 by Joe Hill. Have you ever heard of Joe Hill?
No, I have not.
Joe Hill was a union, a radical early unionist, internationalist who wrote songs and gave speeches and did stuff. And he wrote a song called There Is Power in a Union, but it's a different song. It's set to a different hymn, basically. So why did I choose this song? One, I love really old, songs with history, I think are cool. And Joe Hill is someone that Joan Baez sings about at Woodstock. So check that out.
I believe it or not, I did. Do I remember the performance? No. I know. I do remember she played because, as I mentioned, I actually saw the director's cut of Woodstock in theaters.
Whoa, yeah.
Yeah, all I remembered was like Sunday school with her singing.
I don't remember that part.
That's my big issue with it now with her music. But to be clear, just because I have an issue with it doesn't make it wrong. It's just about personal subjective taste. There are things that I like that you don't, there are things that you like that I don't, and that is
And
okay.
there was so little to choose from back then.
Yeah,
compared to how much to choose from we have now.
Yeah, it was only Joan Baez, Janis Joplin, or Aretha Franklin, and maybe Diana Ross. She was around at that time, but yeah. Screw you, Cher. Anyway.
Also Cher. And Tina Turner. Did you say Tina Turner?
I did not. How dare I?
Yeah.
But back to the song.
A company just purchased Tina Turner's, basically her whole person, her likeness, her name, all of her stuff, all of her creative work, and they're going to make holographic shows of Tina Turner because people want to see Tina Turner even though she's dead.
I mean, I kind of get that, though. Like, we've actually talked about that because the band Kiss is doing the same thing. There's actually one band that we can thank for making that a reality for these bands that don't want to go on the road anymore, and that's ABBA.
Yes, ABBA.
Yeah, ABBA were one of the first to really go out there with a successful hologram tour because, they themselves on the older side of things, and a worldwide tour can stretch the limits of tolerance for even the youngest people out there. And if you get to be 70, 80, or whatever years old and you got 7 or 8 figures worth of money in your bank account, I don't think you need to really worry about going out there again, but you still have that desire to perform. So thanks to technology, they were able to create a holographic tour that I guess has like a stop in Vegas or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so no, Kiss is doing it. Sounds like they're contemplating that for Tina Turner, which could be fun. And
I think of all of them, that's the one I would want to see until Dolly dies, and then I would want to see hers.
Well,
I've seen holographic images of Dolly Parton.
Well, think about a holographic Beatles concert. It can go all through, like their entire history, and the holographs can change with time.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But back to Billy Bragg.
So anyway, I don't know how we got there, but Billy Bragg is an English singer-songwriter who has a very strong working class trade unionist, helped working poor. And all of his songs are about that or love, right? They're either protest songs or they're love songs. And this is a protest song. And I actually learned this song when I first started showing up for union events. One of the first things I did was offer to play this song at a rally.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that on the show before.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we did. It was quite a thing at the time.
Aubrey on a tour.
That's right. That's right. Basically, it is a song of unity and how we can only win if we stay together. And it's by not working together that the bosses can take more than their fair share.
Because they will use whatever leverage they can, and when their main leverage is the money you need to survive, that can make people turn.
Yeah, I mean, so think about it. You go out on strike, you're hoping it's a day or two. You're hoping everybody, that it actually happened actually cools people's heads, doesn't make it completely intractable. But that seems to be what's happened in my situation, right? So you go out on strike and you don't know when you're going to get, well, you get here in Oregon, you can actually get unemployment after 2 weeks. That I don't think is true in very many other states. So there is that ability to get some of your maintenance, but it's only 50% of your average salary over the last 2 years. So for some people, they've gotten a significant raise, right? It's not based on their current income. You go out and your income, if it's a week, your income is down by a quarter for that month. If it's for 3 weeks, you get 1/4 of your income. If it's for 4 weeks, you get 0 income for that month. People may look at that and say, "Why do we wanna be able to do that? What is the big deal about that?" It's that when workers withheld their labor, when workers tried to organize, they were, like, murdered by their employers pretty openly, especially in Appalachia. People were fighting, but they were getting killed when they were fighting. And so you had to create a massive trade unionist movement. And part of that is music. And so it's all about unity and how when we're together, we cannot fail to dump the bosses, get our fair share of our labor's fruits. And yeah, they try to make us feel like we're, begging for crumbs. They're not respecting what we bring to the college. They're just not interested in helping us at all. And it's clear, and we've proven people need help.
Well, and I think one thing you have not mentioned, but being that you just mentioned the word college here, I don't think I'm out of bounds, and future Tim can always delete this if I am out of bounds, but you are currently on strike.
That's right. I am currently on strike. I have been on strike. This is the 7th day, actually the 8th day, going into the second week. Wednesday, we started last week. We're striking over lack of a cost of living adjustment to our pay. We've been offered 0. We've been offered 0.35 of a percent. We've been offered 0.5 of a percent. And now we've been offered 1%. That was then taken away. They offered us 0% for this year, and I think 2.5 for the next year. Neither of which obviously keep track with inflation, particularly here in Portland, which has been, between 3 and 4 for the last several years.
And also with everything that's happening in the news right now that is affecting the world's economy. This is not a cheap place to live. And if you got a college that's making money hand over fist and yet not going for a simple cost of living upgrade for the people that keep their business going is ridiculous. Now, having said that, obviously, you can obviously agree that compromise is there for a reason. Both sides may not have the same number, but find the even middle ground, see what works. But as an outsider in this, as a spectator, to me, like what I think has really ruffled my feathers is just the lack of respect, really.
Mhm.
You know, even if they had to, for a very legitimate reason, offer you that lower number, where's the explanation as to why? Not just here's our offer.
Oh, they explain. They explain up one side and down the other. They explain till they're blue in the face, and none of their explanation is based on fact. Neither is it logically hang together. It's full of lies and misinterpretations, mathematical errors. So, yeah, they're putting on their case, and so are we. And, so far, I think that we're the absolutely most supported by here in our Portland community, including our elected representatives. And they're not. They got a call from Merkley, and that call, the president got a call from Merkley, and I guarantee you that Merkley told her she needs to fucking settle this strike immediately.
Any other thoughts on Power in a Union from Billy Bragg?
No, I love it. Check it out. It's a great song. I learned it on the guitar, so next time I see you, we can sing it.
Okay. Well, for
How
me,
about you?
yeah, for me, we are currently in the midst of History Month here at Friends Talking Nerdy, and the latest conversation I had with the Reverend Tracy was about the history of psychology, and like one thing that kind of reminded me of as I was recording it and editing it and all that stuff and releasing it was the mental health stuff we've done on the show, and I think one thing that came to mind was, every single time I point out the fact about how certain types of music can brighten your day.
Uh-huh.
And for me, I thought immediately, and it's a song I've been listening to on repeat a little bit lately, to and from work. A little song from James Brown called Get Up Off of That Thing.
Ha! You'll feel better. Get up off of that thing.
Yeah.
Shake it, you'll feel better. That's
Or
what it is.
dance and you'll feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one heck of a great song. Apparently, if you go to the Wikipedia page, so I do want to put that out there. If there is an alternate story, feel free to correct me. But you will notice that James Brown is not the author of the song; his daughters are.
Mm.
He did that because at that particular time when the song was released in July of '76, apparently he was having some troubles with the IRS.
Mm.
So that kept the money in the family. But I just absolutely love this song. Just the opening, the I'm back, I'm back. And, you cannot help but move and groove. Even when you have as limited moving and grooving skills as I do, when you listen to this song, you want to shake your hips, you want to get up, you want to move your body. And that is a great feeling.
Yeah. Shake it.
Shake it,
You want
baby.
to shake it.
Yeah. Now, a song like that, I had multiple instruments, multiple musicians, multiple singers involved. Normally, even in the 70s, this is becoming more the norm than, it was in the 60s. In the 70s, a lot of times, what you will see in studios, like basically in the 70s to today, is they don't necessarily play it live from beginning to end. What they will do is record the bass part, and then they will separately record the guitar part,
Right.
and then so on and so forth. In this particular case, they recorded two versions of that song live, and the editor in question was able to splice the best parts to make it one cohesive song. That is impressive, especially when you listen to that song, because there's a lot going on, not just with the vocals, but with the musicians in the band, the guitar player, the horn players, the drummer, the bass player, just everything going on all at once. It's really complicated.
Saxaboom.
Yeah, the horn section. I mean, it's really kind of complicated what they're doing, but it's essentially being played live. Again, best parts of two different takes spliced together for one master take. But that is quite impressive.
Yeah. I mean, that's how they used to do it, I believe.
In the 60s, yeah, when James Brown was first getting started, that was kind of the norm at that point. And I do remember stories too, like you would hear of people that used to be in his band. And I guess what would happen is, they would be playing live at a show, and maybe a bass player missed a note. Just like one note, something the audience would not pick up on just because of them cheering and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But James Brown would look at the bass player and like essentially give a finger up, and that indicated that they were going to
take some money away.
Yeah, they were going to get fined.
Yep.
Yeah. But on that positive note, get up off of that thing, people. Dance if you feel better.
Dance and you will feel better.
And you will feel better. That's right. Hey!
So I gotta dance.
Dance.
Also, get in some hot in the water. Gonna make me sweat. I am going on a little hot springs trip, and that's a great song. You reminded me. I should listen to that.
Which is available on our YouTube playlist.
Wonderful.
Yes, every single song that we have chosen for Songs of the Week will be on that playlist. You can go to the show description to check it out, or feel free to go to our YouTube page and subscribe. And anytime we update it, it will be updated on your device as well.
That's right.
Well, any other thoughts for our friends at home before we wrap things up?
Well, I just invite the folks at home there to check out our YouTube presence. I'm down with YouTube. I'm very excited that it's possible for us to have podcasts on YouTube. It makes me feel fancy.
She's down with the tube, folks.
I'm down with the tube.
Down with the tube. Yes, so definitely check out our presence there. Listen to the Friends Talking Nerdy on Monday. New episodes come out each Monday. We'll have new episodes of Songs of the Week on Friday. We also have in the works, we don't have a definitive release date as of yet, but pretty soon you're going to have some happy news coming from your friends here at Friends Talking Nerdy.
That's right. We're looking for happy news. Speaking of, if you have some happy news, send it our way.
Because we want to be happy with you.
That's right. And we believe that happiness should be shared.
Multiple times over, and we'll bring the towels. Anyway, thank you for checking out our Nerdy Bitz. We will see you later.
So long.
Subscribe to Friends Talking Nerdy
on YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Bye, friends.